everybody. Welcome back to Best Iowa Cleaning Podcast with Brandon.
And Ryan.
The reason why we're so hyped today, and we do this almost every time, tradition, I think we could say the pounded and the high five is a tradition, but we just got back from Vinton, and I'm gonna shove it all over to Ryan here, because you've got the podcast voice.
I don't know about that.
I'm all over the place.
Me too sometimes, but yeah, Mike this way, I guess. So thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in, and appreciate your viewership. Really, we do. So I wanted to make this a little more interactive today. Brandon and I were talking about that
I'm
in the
excited
car.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is like third or fourth take, so hopefully I can nail it this time.
You can't tell them that.
I know. Yeah, perfect take first time. Sorry.
1,000,001. Action.
Yes. But yeah, no, we were talking, and I was like, he was asking me about some ideas, and they did start flowing in my head. So, talking about culture and just how amazing it was. We were driving back from Vinton with a big team. So, yeah, some things that spawned that was last year, Brandon did all of that himself. Some cleaning in Vinton. It was like a special project. And, of course, got it done, as you do. You always do great. And then this year, we did a big team clean.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because we have a big team this year.
So nice to have everybody there.
And how much fun we had. Like, it was just
we had a blast. Yeah.
We were laughing and telling jokes and giving
Yeah.
each other a hard time for fun. Like, it was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yep.
And got
Carla gets me every time. I don't know. I don't know. She says it off the cuff. It's just like,
I love watching those interactions.
Love you, Carla.
It's fun.
You guys rock.
Yeah.
No pun intended, Sarah.
Yes. So yeah, I was wondering for the viewers out there, thinking about your workplace. Like, do you love where you work, and do you have a culture there, a culture that's been built up, or is it a place that like you're happy you're working there and you're getting the paycheck and that's all that's really needed? That's fine.
Yeah.
But I think there are some places out there that have really focused on the culture, building that, and I'd like to hear what your thoughts on that would be. If there's anybody out there who feels like their workplace has really focused on that and built up a good culture, because that's what we're mostly focused on right now.
Yeah, it is.
And something we've said is it doesn't stop and start with the cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
Start and stop with the cleaning, whichever.
I know. It's like I could say a year and a half ago, life sucked. I mean, it just wasn't fun. And it wasn't the cleaning, it wasn't the customers, it was just issues of hiring, and now it's fun. We're working more than we have before, but it's fun.
I know. When you take the focus off of, it's going to sound crazy, but take the focus off the professionalism, making sure that, everything is just so laser focused and it gets a little uptight without you meaning it to be that way.
Right, yeah.
And you shift the focus over to just building up that team, having fun at work, and I'm not even sure,
Don't steal time. Don't wear a hat to work. You can't have facial hair over 5 inches. No. Anyways, we get caught up on all the rules, but honestly, if we're hiring, based on core values, and people are just show up to give their whole heart, and that's all that matters. You don't have to worry about theft. You don't have to worry about, because they're adults. They're going to have a vehicle. They're going to have a license. They're going to want to show up and give their whole heart to serve others.
I know.
And that's where we're at.
Not even really focused on the aspect of cleaning, like right out the gate, to make sure that they're going to be great cleaners, because you can teach anybody to clean.
And they know what they sign up for, being the best cleaning job ever. And I can say that wholeheartedly. I know it is. Yeah. It's fun. Fun to work with our team. But it's there's so much more in that.
There is.
And that's what I'm excited for Ryan to ask these questions. So go ahead.
Yeah. So I'd like to hear some comment feedback on, your take on culture for your own workplace. And just start a conversation. I'd love that. We're definitely going to be responding to that. So looking forward to that. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching and putting some comments out there ahead of time. So and the other things I was thinking about was, like, for our customers, our clients, which customers have we connected with the most? You know,
Mhm.
that's kind of what I was thinking about too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm grateful for every customer we've ever had.
Yeah.
And it, you know, there are always situations where it's like maybe we're not the best fit, they're not the best fit, and you know, there's some that have gone away, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Thing is, it's like, why was that exactly? And I do believe it's circled around the culture,
Mhm.
the culture that we're working on building now, and we've really honed in on that. So that's what I'm trying to get at, is that the customers that like really stand out in my mind right now,
Mhm.
they can see that culture and appreciate it,
Yes.
what we're building.
Yep.
It's more than just a cleaner coming in. They see each of our employees and they get to know them.
Mhm.
And they really like them.
You know, whereas before we'd have someone that was maybe, the minute that we walked away, there was some, you know, talking behind the back, and now not even a thought in the mind.
yeah,
Everybody's having fun. Everybody loves and encourages each other, and having real conversations if there needs to be, just putting it all out there in a kind way.
I know.
It's really changed. But yeah, Ryan's right. Those customers that we're at infrequently and don't have the personal connection with, or the reason why we had started doing 2 per location, you know, maybe that makes it more difficult for people to get the hours in, but it makes it so much more fun. And what I love is it affects the whole culture of that business, because they get to be around these people that are, they're just, well, our team is just so awesome. I can't say enough, you know.
That's a really good way to put it.
yeah.
Infects the culture.
Yep.
That's like nail on the head.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. And yeah, I was.
Yeah. So I think one of the questions that Ryan had asked or talked to me about before we did the podcast is, with our viewership. You've been to other states. We've all traveled a little bit. We've had interactions with people at a gas station or someone at a candy shop, or you know, I know that there's some commercial locations that you go to, and then there's some that are just a ma and pa store location. So per state, and I'm going to stop there because I think Ryan had said it so much better than I could. But go ahead.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I had the chance to work, you know, in other lines of business, just talking with people from different states for business reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you pick up on different personalities and kind of maybe generalizations or like general personalities out of different states.
Yeah.
You, like for pace, you know, some are faster pace, some are a little more professional, and some are a little bit more laid back. You know, so I kind of want to hear if anybody's had that experience, either working in another state for a company, having employees in other states, just kind of the difference between there and Iowa, because something that spurred that was in one of the groups we're in on Facebook, we have the chance to interact with all these other cleaning business owners, and they're in all these different states, and I'm just like, I want to know how much of a difference it makes to be in one state versus the next for how you direct your business.
It's this awesome Facebook group that we're a part of, and I would say that it's probably more dominant for residential than it is commercial, but
Mm-hmm.
it's fun to see the questions come in, and then they almost kind of generate more questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like-minded business owners that are looking to build their culture just like we are.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's interesting to know or to see how state to state it's different.
It is.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so I'd love some feedback in the comments, and we'll certainly respond back. And I'd love to get some conversation going there too. So
Yeah.
thanks for watching, and thanks ahead of time for commenting.
Definitely, yeah.
Yep.
So the other question though, before we wrap up,
Yeah.
the culture question.
Yeah.
You want to ask that too, because that was my favorite. I think out of the 2 you brought up.
Yeah, definitely. So I think that was the one about the importance of culture at their workplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anybody, again, I'd love to hear some comments about what's most important to you. You know, how would you rank it from like a scale of 1 to 10 for the culture of the place that you're working at now? Is it most important? Is it like a 5? Is it a 6? I'd like to know because, yeah, it just would start a good conversation and see what is important to people out there in different fields of work.
Yeah, I think of accounting, or I think of, I don't know, maybe dental in some way, shape, or form, where it's more business. We have a job to do, and then I think of more creative jobs as that creative type being able to maybe have a little bit more culture built into it. But I'm interested, like Ryan said, I'm interested in finding out about where all of you work, or what businesses you've been that have specifically been very different in the type of culture, the type of interactions you've had with their employees.
Yeah. Well, what I'd really like to know too is, like, obviously money is important, but when you're talking about culture building and providing a great place to work, I want to know how important it is to people out there. Money versus culture. It's just kind of an interesting thing to think about, because
it's kind of the difference between a mission focused business and one that is just a different direction. More here's the goal, as of like this other business is more mission minded and mission specific.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a difference there.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear about it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yep. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, we are through another episode of Best Iowa Podcast, and I haven't lost count. Are we on 8 now?
Yeah, I think we are.
Episode 8.
Yep.
Very good. Hey, it's 8 on the 8th.
There you go.
Sweet. All right.
Right on.
Well, all of my 8 on 8 fans, I don't know your fans, but thanks again for tuning in to Best Iowa Cleaning Podcast with
Ryan
and Brandon. We can't wait to hear from you guys. Comment, like, subscribe, check out our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook as well. Give us some feedback on some episodes. Give us some information too on what are some topics that you want to hear from us.
Yeah, the more interactive we can make it, the more fun it'll be for us, and hopefully for you too.
Yeah. Favorite superhero, boxers or briefs. All of those fun little questions. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. We love you guys. Take care and have a blessed day.